again because I talked about his arrest and I talked about, I want to first of all clear up something. He has a no bond situation because in Florida, in a domestic battery charge, specifically, I want to make this clear. In the state of Florida, in a domestic battery charge, they automatically is no bond until you see a judge. So in Florida, is no bond until you see a judge. I wanted to clear that up in this video because I did not know that was the law down there. But that's the law for domestic abuse or assault charges, is that you have no bond until you see a judge for that specific charge, right? So everybody was saying something different. No, it's just for that charge, a domestic battery charge, you have a mandatory no bond in the state of Florida until you see a judge. So that explains why he had the no bond. Because I was thinking, hey man, there's something cooking over here, and it wasn't that. When I was thinking about it, I don't know, but it seems like it was this law that they have that's a no bond thing, right? But I want to say this to y'all, right? I want to say this to y'all because this is even more. This is more troubling because I never saw this until today, till all the news started reporting this today. I never saw this part right here, and this, I'm telling y'all this right here is making a lot of people feel a certain way. And it's this part right here I'm finna show y'all again. They coming with the PDF allegations on this dude. As y'all see right there, it says another woman alleged that Wiley groomed her from when she was teen. While he played for the Bills following a visit to her middle school. And worded her when she turned 18. When then a member of the Cowboys flew her to Dallas, according to Rolling Stone. Right? I'm gonna say this to y'all, right? They said, oh, he did this, he did that. They putting PDF allegations on this cat, right? Now he's innocent unless proven guilty in the court of law. Now here's the thing, and I have to say this. Now he had came out. Because the article spoke about this. He had came out and denied all these allegations first and foremost. He denied all of them. But what he also did was, he also stated, and I want y'all to listen very closely to what I'm going to tell y'all. Because it's very important what I'm going to tell y'all. He also stated that all those other claims civilly had been dismissed. But according to the reports, that's not true. In fact, it reports that Marcellus Wiley public claims that those three of those lawsuits against him were dismissed have been reported as inaccurate, as the civil cases actually remain pending. In fact, they said not only do those civil cases remain pending, they said that it is expanded. Now, let me read this to y'all. So it says in May of this year, the former NFL player and sports commentator Marcellus Wiley posted on social media that a judge had reviewed and thrown out 3 prior sexual assault lawsuits filed against him. However, it says, right? Legal updates and reporting, right, from outlets like AOL and the Rolling Stone confirmed that his statements were incorrect and that those original civil cases were still actively pending in court. So he posted paperwork on his social media that said, on his X, that said, oh, this has been dismissed. But according to the reports, it haven't been dismissed, and that they're still actively pending in court. And matter of fact, it says rather than being thrown out, it says that the legal battle has actually expanded, widened. It says the first 3 lawsuits initially brought forth starting in late 2023, involved allegations of sexual assault back to his time as a student athlete at Columbia University in '94. Then the new allegation in April and May of this year, 4 additional women. Right? So let me say this again. The first 3 lawsuits initially brought forward, starting in late 2023, involved allegations of sexual assault dating back to his time as a student athlete at Columbia University in 1994. The new allegations in April and May of 2026, 4 additional women filed court statements accusing Wiley of sexual assault and grooming across different periods of his college and professional football career, right? Now, the legal team representing the accusers used these combined claims to submit a motion attempting to convert the ongoing individual litigation into a broader class action lawsuit against both Wiley, Marcellus Wiley, and Columbia University. Right? Now, he vehemently has denied all these sexual assault allegations on his YouTube channel that he has here on YouTube. And he has claimed that he possesses evidence of text messages, emails, phone logs that directly contradict the accuser's timelines. Right? Now, he asserts that the litigants are fabricating the stories as a financial money grab targeting him, ESPN, and Columbia University. That's what Marcellus' side is. Right? But according to the reports, they're saying that no, those cases were not dismissed. In fact, they're saying that it's expanding, it's widening. That's what the reports are saying. So we'll have to see, man. And then it still has not given the exact details of these latest charges where he's been charged in Florida for domestic battery. So as soon as we get those updates, but the thing is, man, they trying to put PDF allegations on this cat, bro. They trying to, bro, that's the worst allegation you can have for a man, period, is a PDF allegation where they say that you know what I'm saying? And now again, some of the facts will be easy to be proven. Did he know this girl and her family at the time? Because the other reports were saying that he ingratiated himself with the family, became cool with the family and stuff like that, was giving the family gifts. That's what the girl was saying in her complaint. Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, so let me see if I can get that right now for you guys. I want to see if I can get that right now. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see. Hold on. Is it right here? Do I have it? Oh, shit, I got it. Oh, no. I just had it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see this. Hold on. Hold on one second, y'all. Damn. It's not letting me. I got it right here. I don't know why it's not letting me. Why is it not letting me see it? I got it right here in front of my face. Let me put this back up. Hold on. I got it right here. I don't know why it's not letting me see it. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I want to see something. Hold on. Trying to see if I can get it to queue up for you guys, man. I saw it. I actually saw the Hold on. Let me see if I can do it again, you guys. Hold on. Hold on. So I got some of it right here. Let me show y'all this. Let me see. So I actually have the paperwork where she sued the university. So she did sue the university. Hold on, I got that paperwork. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I got that paperwork right here in front of me. I got to see how I can find. Now this is against this woman. She filed litigation against the university. Let me put this on the screen. Y'all see that? She filed this against Columbia University. Oh, this is a John Doe. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if this is the one. Hold on. No, this is, hold on, this is a different one. Hold on one second. This is a different one. Hold on, that's not the one I'm looking for. Hold on. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, y'all. That's not the one. Hold on. I think I got the one. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this out here for you guys. Just give me a second, y'all. I'll make this a little bit smaller for y'all. Hold on. Trying to see. Oh, okay, I got it right here. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to put this on the screen because of the sensitive nature of this, but I am going to tell you what it's saying. I am going to tell you what it's saying, bro. Bro, they trying to end this dude, bro. I hope and pray Marcellus didn't do this. He's denied it. You know what I'm saying? I hope and pray he didn't do this, man. Because what I'm reading right here. So basically, you guys, here's what she's alleging, right? She's alleging that at 10 years old, right? Marcellus Wiley, who was then playing for the Buffalo Bills, visited her in middle school in Buffalo, New York. She alleges that Marcellus drove towards her. So she's saying that Marcellus Wiley drove towards her, slowed down. This is at the middle school. This bro, I cannot believe they trying to put this on this man like this, bro. If this is not true, bro, this is the worst thing you could do to a person. So that she's saying that he drove towards her. So I'm thinking this was like a team meeting where the whole team was in the school and they were meeting the students and stuff like that. No, it wasn't like that according to the report. According to the paperwork. The paperwork is saying that when he played for the Buffalo Bills, he went to the middle school in Buffalo, New York. She said that he drove towards her, slowed down, pulled over, lowered the window, called her by name, and asked her to come over. They're saying that he gave her the email address. It says, over several years, she alleges that he allegedly developed a relationship with her and her family. She says that he showered her with gifts and then with free game tickets, invitations to his home in Orchard Park, New York, attention and gifts. Lord Jesus, have mercy. This is going to break y'all spirit. She alleges that Marcellus Wiley called her his little mama. Lord Jesus, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. She alleges that Marcellus Wiley called her, quote unquote, his little mama. So she says that he lived in Orchard Park, New York, when he was playing for the Bills. She said he called her little mama and had her help clean his CD collection, repeating the task, and frequently mentioned his sociology degree from Columbia University to build trust and portray himself as respectable. She says that on her 18th B-Day, he flew her to Dallas, where he was playing for the Cowboys. She says that he shouted at her in a frightening manner and coerced her into having sex. She says that it was R-word. In her statement, she says, and I quote, Marcellus Wiley R-worded me on my 18th birthday after grooming me from the age of 13. She's claiming that if Columbia University had properly addressed earlier complaints against Marcellus Wiley from his time as a student there, she would have never been groomed and R-worded. These details came from statements that she filed under penalty of perjury as a part of efforts to expand the litigation against Marcellus Wiley, including a push for class action status against Marcellus Wiley and Columbia University. The filings argue that Columbia's alleged handling prior to the complaints enabled Marcellus Wiley later actions by preserving his positive public image. Wow, bro. That's wild, man. They putting this on this man, bro. And I mean, now that this situation's come out with his arrest, all the news publications are talking about it. I looked at all the news publications; they're all talking about it. This one right here is. Now, she said one thing that made me think about what she said. I'm going to tell y'all what she said that made me think. She alleges when he pulled up to the school that he rolled down the window and called her name. How would he know her name? I have to see if he has a youngin that was at the school at that time. I don't know if he does. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me check something out right now. Check something out. Oh. Wow. Marcellus Wiley has a Nah, that one wouldn't have been old enough though. Marcellus Wiley has a 27-year-old. I don't know if that would have been old enough to put him in middle school at the time that they said that happened. I don't know. 27. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's. Yeah, I don't know about that. Most definitely. Hold on. Yeah, man. So I don't know I don't know if they was together. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on one second, you guys. trying to look for something. I want to see a year. I gotta ask y'all a question in the comment section. When it goes to from elementary school, what's the last grade in elementary school? It's like what, the 5th grade, right? Elementary school goes into the 5th grade, right? Let me see. Alright. Yeah. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. So then the 6th, 7th, and 8th is in middle school. Wow, bro. I pray this isn't true, Marcellus, man. You hear this, bro? I pray it's not true, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you denied this. Damn. Y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Crazy, man. And they're saying, let me say this to you guys. They're saying that he was punished on some way, shape, or form. I want to get to that part, right? I want to get to that part because I want to show you guys what it was saying, right? Because it was saying that he was punished, allegedly. So it says, according to the allegations in the civil lawsuits, the Columbia University imposed limited disciplinary action. So they did punish him, right? On him related to the 94 sexual assault complaints from multiple women when he was a student athlete. So they're saying that they did punish him, right? They said that they opted for academic probation instead of meaningful discipline to protect his reputation. This is not me saying this. This is the actual report, the paperwork saying this. Matter of fact, let me put this on the screen just so I can show y'all my source, my reference, so nobody can say I'm just saying this. Right here. Yo, you put it on the screen? Okay, yeah, it's on the screen. Hold on. Let me blow it up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Let me get right to that part. See, it's all right here. Matter of fact, I'll read it right here too. It's in this article right here too. See, in the Rolling Stone. So you guys who they had this in the Rolling Stone the other month. This is crazy. I didn't even see any of this. This is crazy, bro. They really trying to put these, man, bro. So it says again, and I'm just going to read it from here on. It says among the new accusers identified in the latest filings are 2 women who say Wiley assaulted them between 95 and 99 in Cali, as well as a Jane Doe who claims she was 13 when Wiley first approached her. The woman alleges that Wiley, then playing for the Buffalo Bills, targeted her as a minor after a visit to her school in Buffalo, New York. And it goes on to say, she says that, as I told y'all, this is what it says in the paperwork too. Wiley drove towards me, slowed down, pulled over, and also, hold on, you guys. Let me handle something real quick. Handle something real quick for y'all. Hold on. I see a stain. I gotta get the stain up out of here, bro. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. All right, y'all. So it says right there. It says that Wiley drove towards me, slowed down, and pulled over. He lowered the window, calling me by name, and asked me to come over. She wrote in a statement obtained by Rolling Stone. She says Wiley gave her his email address and later showered her family with free game tickets and invitations to his Orchard Park, New York home. She says he regularly invited her back asking for help to clean his CD collection. Damn. Said that Wiley frequently mentioned his sociology degree from Columbia University, which led me to believe he was respected and trustworthy. He gave me the same CDs to clean over and over, she wrote, adding that he called her his quote-unquote little mama and showered her with attention and gifts. My whole identity was wrapped up in the belief that I would eventually marry Wiley. Wow, what the fuck? Bro, I ain't never seen no shit. This is wild. Out of middle school? What? What? Read the last sentence in that first paragraph again. She said, and I quote, my whole identity was wrapped up in the belief that I would eventually marry him. What? Bro, the devil got to be a liar, bro. On her 18th birthday, she claims Wiley flew her to Dallas, where he was playing for the Cowboys. She alleged that he shouted at her in a frightening manner and coerced her into sex. Marcellus Wiley R-worded me on my 18th birthday after grooming me from age 10, she wrote. If Columbia had properly pursued the complaints, I would have never been groomed and R-worded, she said. Damn. Then you have a former ESPN assistant alleging that Wiley lured her into a hotel room in 2009 under the guise of a work meeting and emerged naked from a bathroom and attacked her. She said he pushed me up against the windows of the room so hard I thought they would shatter, she wrote. I was petrified and believed I was going to be killed. Damn, what the fuck? Man, they putting some... Bro, they trying to put this nigga in prison for life. This woman says she repeatedly begged... This is an ESPN employee. The woman says she begged Wiley to stop, but he forced her into a bed and squeezed on her. The assault is devastating to me, and I will live with the effects to this day, she wrote. Damn. The two other new accusers allege Wiley R-worded them in the late 90s after Columbia. See, here's the part right here. So they're saying, everybody was saying, why are they coming out with it now? No, they said they went out with it then. And they're saying that not only did they go out with it, they're saying that the school disciplined him over this. That would give a little bit of credence to what they're saying if that's true. When we know, I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true. So it says, the two other new accusers allege Wiley R-worded them in the late 90s after Columbia placed him on probation over earlier sexual assault complaints. One says he attacked her at her mother's Culver City apartment while her family was nearby. God, says Wiley overpowered me and R-worded me. She wrote, afterwards, I felt humiliated and ashamed, so I never told anyone. The other woman alleges that Wiley R-worded her in the Hotel 99 when she was a USC senior. She claims she reported it to the LAPD and was recontacted by police years later during another purported investigation that did not lead to charges. A spokesperson for the LAPD declined to comment, citing confidentiality of sexual assault reports. Wow. So the people who said, why didn't she go to the cops? They said she did go to the cops. Allegations from 4 new accusers were filed in New York's part of the push for one of the Columbia Jane Does to turn her previously filed case into a class action against Wiley and the university. That woman first sued in 2023, alleging that in 1994, November, when she and Wiley were students, he invited her to his dorm room to study. We spent about 15 minutes listening to music and talking. Without warning, Wiley pulled back the bedding to reveal that he was completely naked from the waist down, she said in her filing. She alleged he forced her to give her oral. He forced her to perform oral and then put on a rubber and R-worded her. God, what the hell? She says that she reported it to the school officials, but was advised by the dean. God, it's some demonic work if this is true. It was advised by the dean not to go to police and instead let the university handle the incident to protect her reputation. She took part in a disciplinary hearing. Damn! So she took part in a disciplinary hearing, they said, alongside another student with similar allegations, she says, and was later told that Marcellus Wiley would be placed on probation, not expelled. Damn. The two other former Columbia students with pending lawsuits say Wiley R-worded them in dorm rooms in October the 10th. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.